package. Alright, so this one's a pretty big one. I'm sure the thing inside of it is about a half this size, but I'm just gonna start cutting this open now. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand. Yeah, there it is. I'm super stoked on this. Wow, I didn't know the box was this tall. This is awesome. Alright, as you can see here, it's the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Uncanny X-Force. We got Archangel, Psylocke, and Wolverine in there. I'm gonna have to thank Slings of Web for this one. I can't even talk, man. This is just awesome. He hooked me up with this for the con. Dude, just so awesome looking. Can't believe I own it. I got really lucky, so those of you who may be upset that certain people didn't hook you up, there's reasons for people doing it, people not doing it. I had a good reason, I would say. So, yeah, I'm just speechless. These things look great. The back, the art is just awesome on the back. Really stoked on the art. Archangel looks really blue in that picture, but yeah, don't know whether I'm gonna crack this guy open or not, but yeah, thanks. Alright, so recently I was at my local comic book shop. Not very local, but at the most local one to me that's reasonable when it comes to figures and stuff. But anyway, I found the classic collection Michelangelo from the TMNT series. This box struck me like as soon as I seen it. I'm gonna take the camera off the tripod so you guys can get a better look for those who haven't seen these yet. Now I grew up with turtles. I was obsessed, and I don't know if you guys have seen one of my videos where I videotaped all my old turtles stuff. So anywho, the card backing is the same as what it was when Playmates originally did the figures, and that's like all the original turtles, what they looked like in the cartoons. And there's Mikey on the inside. Always been my favorite, so I figured if I enjoy these figures, I'm gonna start with my favorite one first to find out if I like them or not. So very reminiscent of his original self, except for about 3 inches bigger. I wish they were like 5 inches, maybe even like 4.5, just because it would fit better with all my old like turtle stuff, like my sewer and all my other accessories and stuff. But I'm not going to complain because, you know, they didn't have to go and do this, and they did. So it's really cool. There goes the other figures in the line, and a really cool turtle pick on the back, and then a little bio thingy inspired by the original. It says it on the front and back. This is obviously because of the whole reboot of the Ninja Turtles cartoon that's going to be coming out. their colors are more like the purple and green there. To me, the retro logo is the coolest ever. You don't see stuff like that anymore. But I'm gonna crack this guy open and see how well articulated and how good of a figure he is. Alright, so sometimes there's a reason to not listen to what other people say and just go with what you want to do when it comes to buying figures. You know, like in terms of like a review or whatever, because I haven't heard anything good about these figures at all. I've actually been hearing a lot of bad things. I mean, aside from their size and everything, I completely disagree with everybody else says about them being, you know, top heavy. And I mean, all the weight is up there, but they're a lot less heavy than what I thought they were. And I'm completely impressed. There's nothing besides the size that I don't like about these figures. It's just really nice. I mean, I'm probably gonna get the whole collection now just because of how cool this is. Exactly what I've always probably would have always wanted in a turtle figure if I knew that articulation was a possibility. So definitely really cool. I'm just gonna show off like some stuff that he has. He does have his belt, and it does hold his nunchucks here, which are really cool. I'm gonna take them out so you can get a good view of what they look like. These little guys are really cool. It's a solid orange paint, obviously, with some silver and an actual chain that goes in between. It's real metal, not plastic or anything, so that's really cool. It's a upgrade from their, you know, cast in plastic accessories. So that I really like. And I'm sorry I'm hitting the camera so much. I'm just trying to get in a comfortable mode. Okay, so I'm gonna take him off of here, off the base, which is really cool. Nice silver. There's a little bit of a wash going through it, I think, or maybe that just might be the mold of the plastic, but really cool print. You can, you know, display him or whatever. He doesn't have to fit in scale with all your other figures, because really the only figures that really matter are turtle ones, because their generations don't like clash with other genres of figures. I'm trying to get this camera straight. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, you can have them hold the nunchucks very well. You can undo it, whatever. I'm just gonna let that fall down for now. One thing I know that is a big problem when it comes to these figures is that their eyes are always messed up. Now this is the best Michelangelo figure that I've seen today. There was 3 total of each character. I guess the comic shop must have just got them, or maybe nobody wants them, but whatever. But his eyes were the best. Though they are looking up, which kind of sucks, they were the best painted ones. His head is on this ball joint here. As you can see, it's really easy to take it off, ball socket. And that's one point of articulation. I wish they would have given you better like movement. Like he can look up some and look down some, and you know, all over the place. But I just wish they would have given him a much better neck joint, like maybe like a hinge and a ball. That would have been nice. I would have sacrificed something else on the figure. But overall, I mean, this dude's awesome. Like, as you can see, he's not top heavy, he's not falling over. I'm just placing him down and he's staying there. A lot lighter than I thought, because he's such a solid figure that it would be a little bit different. But now, this ab joint is amazing, or whatever you want to call it. Rocks side to side and goes forward quite a good amount. So it's got a good range of motion. As you can see, he's got the ball joint there with the swivel, double jointed elbows with the pad on the elbow, which gives it a better look for the double jointed elbows. He's got this wrist thing here that is separate. Rotation there, rotation at the thumb and up and down, and then individual fingers. Even though there's only two, it's still cool to see that, because, you know, I don't know, in case you want to get him going, like, I don't know, making a sign with his hands. I don't really know. He's got, I guess it's a ball joint, maybe it might even be a pin in there, and then he's got rotation at the upper thigh, double jointed knees, get down real low and cool ninja poses. He's got ankle forward and back that moves a lot. I don't know if there's an ankle rocker, because there's like a little bit of a lean on this one, so I don't know if it's just stuck, but and then individual toes. So I think that's really cool. I do recommend you guys pick these up. I know this was kind of like a mini review here, but I suggest if you were a turtle fan like your whole life, or you're like me and had turtles when you were little, this will bring you so much happiness just seeing this guy, because it's what you probably would have always wanted. It's just like I said, the only two problems, well, if I can point out three things, is size is one, eyes is the other, and the ball joint neck. But it's not too bad, you know. It's just, I'm getting greedy because I see all the articulation in here. Alright, thanks for watching us. Alright, another big haul today. See, I should have took my my camera with me when I went on this little hunt today. This was included with the Michelangelo figure that you saw before this. But, yeah, like I was saying, I should have taken my camera with me, but I went right after work, so I didn't think to, you know, bring it. So I stopped at a couple of stores. Over here on the left, we got Junk Heap. I got him from TJ Maxx. I think it was only like $8, something like that. Yeah, $7.99, and it's like $8.47, I think, with the tax. But I'm not going to get all technical. And then over here in the middle, we got the Mini-Mates, Phantom X, and Mr. Negative. Got that and Michelangelo from the new TMNT cartoon from Toys R Us. And over here we got the Mini-Mates, J. Jonah Jameson, and Shield Agent. I said I wanted to collect, you know, some obscure characters, so that's why I went with it, J. Jonah Jameson. And I mean, I have to have a Phantom X. I just couldn't pass that up when I saw it. So like I said before, I'm just newly getting into Mini-Mates. I don't know what's hard to find, or, you know, what's what. I just collect it just, you know, for fun, not like a huge hobby. Like if I see something I like, I'll just buy it. It's pretty much how it is. And I kind of don't want to get very educated on them, because then I have a feeling I'll get, you know, really, really into it and start buying like hundreds and wasting all my money when I could be using it for other figures that I really want. So I got a pretty good deal on all this. Like I said, that was $8. Mini-Mates, I think they were like $7. The turtle figures are cheap. They're like $8, which is cool. I got them just pretty much to try them out, like I did with the other Mikey. I want to see if I like them, and if I like them, then I'm gonna keep them. If not, you know, sell them off or whatever. And then the 2-pack over here of the Mini-Mates I got from my comic book shop. That's why it's a little bit more expensive. It was $8.99. But yeah, thanks for checking this out. Alright, so I decided to open this Mikey figure, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed. I didn't think I would like them, but for, you know, I guess 4-inch figures, they're actually really, really cool. I love the feel of the plastic. The plastic is like really kind of like velvety and soft. Not like soft in terms of flexible, because I mean it is a little bit, but I mean, like, it's a comfortable plastic. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break or anything. It's made well. You can just tell by having it in your hands. So really cool figure though, like I'm saying. Nunchucks are just like how they used to be, old school, with, you know, with the chain that's just molded in there. Not a big deal. One thing I've heard a lot of people talk about was the fact that they have 3 toes. Honestly, doesn't bother me. I've heard a couple of people say it doesn't bother them either, and that, you know, they have 3 fingers, so why not 3 toes? And that doesn't bother me really at all. Now, what made it so indecisive for me to actually go ahead and get these guys was I wasn't sure how posable they were, and I kept seeing, you know, pictures and stuff on the community pages and all that, and I still wasn't, you know, quite sure. But honestly, like I said with the other Mikey figure, it's like a hands-on thing. This shell right here, how it's all flexible, is really cool. It helps for the leg movement, and it doesn't really hinder it. Like, it'll push it back just a little bit, but it's not too big of a deal. And, you know, they have foot or peg holes in their feet, so can't go wrong with stuff like that. The articulation overall is pretty good. I mean, he's got a pretty good head joint. It's the same thing as the other one on this huge ball joint with the huge hole that's in there. It's unnecessary for this figure, but it would have been cool too for him to have the pivot thing, the pivoting and ball jointed head. But, you know, whatever, not a big deal. Unnecessary, but cool. He has the wrist swivel and he also has elbow swivel, and since they're so close together, I didn't think it would be that necessary, but still cool. There's like a peg joint that's in there. It's not a ball joint, it's a peg, and I forget what this is called, this kind of joint, but you guys know what I mean. And the legs are on the same kind of joint, and then there's knee articulation. Wish it would have went 90 degrees like the elbows do. The elbows go 90 degrees. But if you push it, it's not going to break it. It'll kind of go there. One thing though I wish that they would have done that would have made this figure just all around perfect for me is I wish they would have done like a ball joint for like the foot, like how it is up here. I wish they would have just had like a ball joint at the bottom of the foot, or at the bottom of the leg, and then the foot with the whole sculpting here can like plug right on. That way you can get like foot rotation up and, like, you know, up and back and side to side. That would be really cool to see that. But yeah, I'm probably going to pick up the rest of them now just because I think they're really cool. Like, this is a really cool figure, especially for its scale, and it's a reasonable price. So go check it out. So about 2 days and 5 or 6 Toys R Us's later, I got to complete my turtles. I got a pretty good deal on them because I had like a gift card and then that discount card thing. So, or that discount thing where you spend $50 or more, you get a discount. But originally, like I said, I picked up Mikey, and then I went back and got Donnie, Leo, and Raphael. I kept finding like one of them at one Toys R Us, and that wasn't working for me because I wanted to get the set in order to get the discount. So really, really cool. I'm happy about this, that I get to complete them. And I also got some mini-mates. We have the Sentinel and Ryu from Marvel vs. Capcom. I really wanted the Sentinel because I love like the odd shaped ones. They're my favorite. It's really cool looking. Then we got the X-Force 2-pack, Cannonball and Shatterstar. So I'd like to keep accumulating the X-Force ones too. It's the main reason I got it, and it was only $5, so yeah, there we have it. Alright, so I got all these guys together, and what can I say? I mean, it's like it's meant to be. Got the a part of the turtle sewer down here. The rest of it is up in my attic right now, so otherwise I would have done a more elaborate, you know, display, I guess. But this is just something temporary, just trying to check out the scale with the figures. And they fit in very well with the sewer. I mean, it'd be really cool to see Playmates redo another sewer that's kind of like, you know, the original. But I mean, I don't mind just using this one for now. I have to update a lot of stuff. Stickers are really messed up and I have to clean it. This hasn't been touched really since I was little, so it needs to be cleaned up, and I might even like customize it a little bit, paint it, and you know, try and make it look more modern but keep the retroness to it at the same time. So yeah, I'm digging these turtles, man. Every single one is different. I'm gonna turn some lights on now. Every single one has different sculpt, different color, different texture, different heads. I don't even think one part is shared with another turtle. Like even the hands are all different. It's just really, really cool. It's totally worth it, you know. They're only $8 and they're great figures, you know, and they look good together. So go and pick them up. Real cool figures. Here we got my flea market and comic book shop haul. I guess we'll start with the flea market side of it. Right there in the back I got a pretty much mint on card. The card is pretty mint. Morbius. It says 15 here, but I got him for 7. The guy had everything like half off and he said just give me 7, so pretty cool, you know. Can't pass up a figure like this for that cheap. It's a good deal, so that's why I went with it. And over here we got one of them ring wraiths from Lord of the Rings. I got this guy for $3, which is pretty crazy. The only thing that's wrong with it, the guy said, is that his strap for the horse is broken. Everything else is pretty good. What's cool about this horse thing is you pull back on this part and his eyes light up. It's pretty cool. But this figure is like pretty much crap. I mean, cool sculpt and idea, and his tattered clothing and everything, but the articulation's horrible, and just it's not really a great figure. But the horse is really cool. You can use this for Marvel Legends, like Valkyrie or something like that. He's really detailed. You can see in the face. He has articulation in his head, and in his feet and legs, both, or all 4 of them, and his tail too. And he's got this little gimmick button right here where you can have him, you know, do whatever horses do, whatever you call that. But yeah, I thought this was pretty cool, and for $3, it's a really good deal. And then over here we got some 64 games. Got Mischief Makers, Jet Force Gemini, Yoshi Story, Pilot Wings, and Bomberman 64. I got these all for roughly $5 a piece. I think Mischief Makers was 5, Pilot Wings 3, Yoshi Story was 10, this was 5, and this was 10, I believe. So a little bit more than $5 a piece because of the $3 one. So pretty good deal on them. And then over here I traded some figures in to my local comic book store, like some DCUC that I didn't want. So I got Variant Wasp. He had them for 30, which is crazy. Sorry about that. And also this Kingdom Hearts. I remember Before Christmas Land, whatever you call it. I forget what it's called. Halloween Town Land, whatever. Sora. It's really cool. Comes with the Keyblade. He's just really cool looking. So I got those two for, I think I traded like a DC UC Superman and who else was it? It was Sinestro Batman, and they were both the like re-releases, so it's not like, I mean, I didn't pay anything for them, so it doesn't really matter. But got these two, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. Alright, so here are the mole men, or moloids, or whatever you want to call them. I know they have a couple different names. Obviously they're not done, I don't know if you can tell, but this one in particular, I got the idea from a picture I saw from the Avenging Spider-Man comic where he has like a cape kind of thing. Not 100% sure if I like it. I kind of took a risk here, just trying something different. I took this felt-like material, and then I used Mod Podge to make it more plasticky, but I'm not 100% sure if I like it. I like the way it looks like wrapped on, but it gets like kind of like frizzy, if you can tell. So it's kind of annoying, but I might change my mind with it. I'm not 100% sure yet. I went with the couple, like 2 or 3 coats of yellow on these guys, and then I did a wash, and it's really hard to see the wash on them, so I might do it again. And I told you guys before, but yellow is a pain to paint, so it took real weird to the eyes. This guy kind of looks funny right now, but I hope I can make him look more mole man-ish. I like the way their faces turned out with the paint on them, except for the fact that it just didn't take that well. This guy, you can probably see the wash the best on his chest. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but you can see it's a little bit dirty looking. That's what the wash was for. Probably gonna do another kind of wash, like a browner color, and then we'll see what happens from there. I like the wrap, but I think I might just use something different. It's not working the way I wanted it to, so there's not much I can do about that. And their eyes still need to be painted, obviously. A couple other paint apps have to be done to them. I wanted to do like the mole teeth on them, but it just wasn't working out. I tried sculpting it, and it just wasn't turning out the way I wanted to, so I gave up on that. But yep, that's the mole men for now until I finish them. Alright, so for your crack it open figure of the week, this week is going to be Series 1 Iron Man. Out of all the votes, I kind of just did like a little quick randomizer, and this is the figure that got picked. So as you can see, he's heavily damaged, and that's the main reason why he's going to be opened. And I sold my old one, so that's why I have him. I rebought him for, this is only like $5 because it's so damaged. But you can see the back here with the Series 1 figures. I never picked up the Captain America, Hulk, or Toad, because one, Toad is really expensive, and these two are just, I mean, I'm sure they're great figures and all, I just didn't really care to pick them up. So as you can see, here's the old Toy Biz backing, whatever, proof of purchase. Here's the front. So all the huge description thing there. Alright, so we're gonna start cutting this guy open now. Alright, so here you have the Series 1 Iron Man open, and already knowing this figure because I've had it before, I just want to first I'll say this is an awesome figure. If you don't have it, definitely pick it up. It's got pretty much anything that you would want in an action figure. Since this is the first series, it's a little bit different than some of the other Iron Man figures that's come out, you know, later on in the line, but it's still great. Like you can't go wrong with this, especially if you have an armory and everything. The fact that he has a mask that can come off, you know, like that's a great accessory. And I mean, it looks just like Tony Stark, perfect representation of him. But before I talk, you know, about the figure, I'm going to go over the base real quick. It's got this awesome base. It's made of a rubbery material, if you don't know. This is more of a harder plastic, but it's coated in like rubber. And the sign, same thing. It's like really, like this is plastic on the inside, and this is more rubber. So that's really cool. And it comes out, you know, the sign comes away from the base if you wanted to. I believe this is a satellite. This is a half of a satellite. Like this would be the other piece right here on the other side, or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but it's got like the things like a satellite does. So that's really, really cool that it comes with this. You can always use an accessory for something. And by the way, the comic didn't or wasn't destroyed or anything. It's actually in really good condition, so yay for that. Alright, so I'm gonna get down here a little bit. We're gonna talk about this figure. So it's a very meaty figure, very beefy, thick figure. He has, you know, all the great articulation you could want. It's got, you know, the ball jointed shoulders and swivel here, double jointed elbows, swivel here, in and out in the hand, and or on the wrist, and open close on the hand with his fully painted, sculpted repulsor in there, which is really cool. I don't know why I always start with the arms, but the head is on like it's like a two-pointed thing. It's got a neck and head joint. It doesn't stay for some reason, so you can't really get him in a decent flying pose. But as you can see, his head is like all over the place. Maybe if you mess with it, you can get in a good position. He has articulation up in here, but this seems to be stuck. He also has the waist like rocking joint, which is cool because it swivels and rocks a little bit. I don't know why this isn't moving. I don't want to crack it and break it. He also has these joints right here. As you can see, it gives him a gap in the back, but it's still cool to have because you can, you know, have both of his arms up and shooting, or, you know, repulsors and stuff. So it's pretty cool that they give you that. These things, I don't remember if they're articulated. I don't think they are. They seem to move a little bit, but, you know, whatever. He's got that, you know, kind of like T-joint thing. Goes forward and back and in and out. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. Boot swivel, forward and back on the ankle. And he does have an ankle pivot, just not much. Usually you can tell if an ankle pivot was intended on a figure by this extra piece here on the foot. That means that they put an ankle pivot in there usually. And he has a toe joint. So heavily articulated accessories. Fun factor with the on and off mask. JR is probably gonna sue me for using that fun factor thing, but nah, it's all cool. But yeah, it's a great figure. One thing that I'm sorry if this seems rushed, but I'm trying to get into something. I had a talk with a bunch of people on Tiny Chat. Come join us, by the way, whenever we're on there. And one of our conversations was, it was mainly between me and Ian, was that, or Ian and I, was that it seems that a lot of Toy Biz figures are starting to show their age. And, you know, we all love Toy Biz. I'm pretty sure we all do. And, you know, Hasbro tends to piss us off a lot when it comes to certain figures and stuff like that. But one thing I'm liking what Hasbro's doing is they're keeping all their figures very similar in style. And some Toy Biz don't look good next to each other, let alone next to a, you know, another Hasbro figure. So I kind of agree with what he's saying when it comes to them showing their age. They're starting to look outdated, even though they do have, you know, the great articulation and all. And I feel bad, you know, talking about this because they are, you know, my favorite toys of all time. But it sucks to see, you know, that they fell apart. You know, the company just stopped making the figures because I'm sure they would, you know, make them more, you know, modern and stuff. But this is one of those figures that really shows its age. You know, besides it being heavily articulated and great detail and everything, it's just, you could tell it's an older figure. And his, you know, his arms don't go all the way down, which isn't a big deal to me. But yeah, he's just, you can see it in him that he's an older figure. But my overall is, this is a must-have figure. You know, you gotta have him in your collection. You know, your armory, whatever. He doesn't need to be used all the time. He's just a great figure to have. You know, it's just one of those. And besides, he's Iron Man. You can never have enough Iron Mans. Hasbro has taught us that many times. So yeah, that's pretty much my crack it open, because I already knew what I was getting into. So thank you guys for all your support and watching. You know, continue to watch. Let me know what you want to see. I know that you guys wanted to see, I think I already mentioned this, but I know you guys want to see me on the hunt, and I brought my camera with me the other day, but where I was at a flea market, obviously. It was just too insane there for me to videotape. It was a little crazy. So I'll try and figure out ways to incorporate my running around with my camera into my weekly shows. So as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. You know, thumbs up. Someone gave me a dislike the other day. I'm not completely mad about that or anything. It's just funny to see someone actually dislike it. But yeah, anywho, add me on Facebook. Come join us on the ACBA page, and also, you know, go like the like page. It's ridiculous that we have all the members and not enough likes. So yeah, you know, get this message out here, because there's a lot of people who do enjoy doing this with us, and it's, you know, the more people the merrier. We always have a good time over on the group. We have great discussions and stuff. And, you know, what's really really fun now is this tiny chat, and, you know, we all get to meet each other and actually see each other and see how each other, you know, how we all are. And you know, you guys aren't going to get me all throughout the, you know, just my videos. This isn't 100% who I am. It's just me trying to share what I like with you guys, so you can, you know, we can all connect. So connect with us more. Come join us on Tiny Chat. You know, it's usually me, Ian, Rick, Dominguez. I forget his last name. Something like Dominguez or something like that. I don't know, some Spanish name. And Billy Mahoney is on there with us too every now and then. And I'm sorry if I'm not naming you guys, but, you know, there's a bunch more that have been on there with us a lot. So come check it out. And as always, thank you guys.
That's crispy.